Alright, so on 5th of January, I added all of the clients into this group so you could just get everything here. On 5th of January, I was hired by Anton to make a full FPS game. I took a look at everything in it. I gave him two options. Option 1, 3K to 4K USD. Option 2, 6K USD for 6 months, 10 14 weeks, 2.5 to 3.5 months. He said, appreciate the breakdown. Makes sense. For now, I would like to start with the phase 1 MVP, not the full looter shooter. MVP like a playable release game. I gave him everything. Phase 1 MVP scope. 1800 to 2400 USD. He wanted to go with milestone based payouts. I was like, alright, sure, we can go with milestone based payouts, definitely. And this was our agreed milestone based payout. First phase, kickoff, $540. Second phase, $540. Third phase, $720. And let me show you the agreement between Anton and me. He wanted to talk private with me for a bit. 5th of January, 11 p.m. You can see. He agreed to it. Before we move forward, I want to go over more. Now, first of all, the first phase 1, also known as the kickoff, with $540 in it, was a project setup, reviewing / factoring reusable systems of assets that he sent to me, and he wanted me to use them. That's why the price dropped down to $1800 for the whole game. And the UI foundations, basically what UI will be there and everything at all. Like what UIs will be there, like inventory UI, PvP UIs, like zombies type UI, shop UI, all of that stuff. I explained everything. We even signed an NDA on it. Kickoff has been paid. Dustin took a referral fee of $60 to refer me as a developer. Feel free to use any of these as needed. Alright. This was phase 1, 5 to 7 days. I told him what it covers and everything. Clean project, technical audit of existing systems, identify which system can be reused, define and log what will be included in the phase 1 MVP, and I even showed deliverables. Not included in this future editions, full system rewrites, gameplay balancing, basically nothing was included in this phase related to actual coding and stuff, because that was later on to be decided. Here we go. The phase 1 was basically all typing and stuff about everything. I analyze each of the assets, inventory, lucky block system, VFX pack, zombie system he sent me above. Even confirmed all of the UI stuff. And phase 1 was completed on 20th of January. 24th of January, phase 2 was started and also paid. It was called mid-delivery. And on 24th of January, I said I will be starting phase 2 today. Phase 2 will last around 3 to 4 weeks, and in this time frame, most of the functions will be completed. Phase 3 is basically finalizing everything and completing all the remaining systems left. So for completion, it will take around 6 weeks in total of the whole game completed. Now on 24th or 5th January, I received a message from Anton. 26th, 5 a.m. Hey Fia, I need your help. You can decide the following. You may read it all. He wanted me to divert the mid-delivery payment towards a different project he was working on, and he paid me $250 extra and 5% additional for that. This is TLDR if you want to read it. And I saw it, analyzed and everything and stuff, so yeah. I agreed to this, by the way. I agreed. On 28th of January, I was getting access. So basically, we were in a Discord server from which he banned me from, and all of the discussions were in that server, in a channel called developers chat and stuff. Now, I'm not trying to frame him or anything, but he might have deleted my messages and stuff, but I'm not sure. No, I can't say that he did, but just in case. Anyways, moving back. We had a call on 1st of Feb, basically 31st of January. We were supposed to start working on 1st of February as here. Yep, official start date. Thanks for joining the call. By the way, I was a side scripter for this game, for this project, not the main scripter. Can't find it. On 6th, the deadline. Let me just land it out. I was assigned 2 different systems to work on. The movement system and the battle system. The movement system was basically an asset pack. Which was provided to me. I don't know, I think I deleted it. Oh, here. It was an asset pack. I downloaded on 2 for 2nd, 4th of Feb. I downloaded it and reviewed the system and everything. I was supposed to shift this system into the main game. We should have been generally done, like, not even taken that long. Anyways, 6th of Feb. The reason I did not implement it before was because I thought that the movement system did not have any animation inside of it, and at the same time they had an animator hide and he was working on it animation, so I naturally thought that the animator was working on the movement animations, so we're gonna get it later on. So I would just work on the movement system when we get the animations. But he said that the animations were in the file actually. So I told him, yeah, okay, oh yeah, my bad. They were already there. This was all talked on February. This was all talked on Friday, 6th of February. And he showed me some animations as well. And he sent me the user guide for the movement system as well. On 7th of February, I wanted to discuss, on Saturday, 7th of Feb, I wanted to discuss about him with him about the battle system. But my power was out. So yeah, that's why. And on 5 a.m., he removed my access from the game and everything, and he basically kicked me off the project and terminated the project and everything. Due to why? Non-performance. A reminder, please. On the call, I explicitly stated that I do not work on weekends. And before we even started working together, I told him explicitly that I'll work on business days only. I don't work on weekends at all. On 8th and 9th Feb, on 7th and 8th Feb, it was weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I was gonna get the movement system basically done on basically like Monday's morning. But the deadline was 8th of Feb. So just because I was one day late on an already decided verdict, they decided to terminate me of the project, of the anime one. I explained everything over here. And later on, they made a GC. Oh, they kicked me. Oh, I'm pretty sure I recorded it, just in case, because I knew something like this was gonna be happening.
Alright.
Okay, here it is.
Me and X are actually like.
My bad for my friend's voice. There we go. He said that if you continue to respond with AI generated blah blah blah, the documentation clearly shows that you assigned responsibility was the movement system only. That a story was assigned Marco, not you. This was clearly writing. To be precise, I was assigned the battle system. And until 2nd or 3rd of February, the main scripter, also known as Marco, repeatedly reassigned systems and sometimes took mine sorry, and sometimes he gave me his systems, basically. So up till 2nd of February or 3rd of February, we were not even sure who was working on what system and who was working on what. So I had to make sure that I cannot get the chats for that because I have been kicked from the server. But yeah, this is the whole final delivery requirement and refund notice. Basically, what Anton wanted me to do was he gave me a addendum clause or whatever that was. His Discord is 24 hours kind of ahead, yeah, but like very far. And he said, to be fair and avoid escalation, my proposal is apply the 1P4K already paid to is the completion of the following 4 systems by February 15th. This was said on almost 9th of Feb on Monday. He wanted me to complete 4 major systems of the game in 5 days, basically. By the way, these 4 systems, yeah, were supposed to be worked on by me and the main scripter over a period of 2 months. And you can see here that if these are not fully delivered and demonstrable by 15th of Feb, I will formally request a refund through blah blah PayPal and stuff. Sorry. Which he was going to win anyways because of buyer protection on the money that's sent using business and stuff, you know. He wanted to dump the entire workload of the game on me. And just to recall, and then he said this is not a negotiation, please confirm today whether you are able to meet this requirement or no. He didn't even want to negotiate with me. Moreover, when I refused that I won't work on all of the major functions of the game for an underpayment on which I did not agree to initially, he decided to make this requirement. He wanted me strictly a business decision on map building. He wanted me to make an 8K stud map, 5 regions, an Eastern Sea, anime-style 3K studs map, and a central continent underground Zombie Realm 3K studs map. In total, 6 and 8. 14K studs in total map in a whole month, in one single month, for 1.4k USD, he says. And just for reference, I was paid 540, another 540, and a 250. That's 1,330. And out of those 1,330, I provided the services for the first phase 1 payment, 540. That leaves him with 800. And during the second phase, the second 540, which he wanted me to divert towards the anime game. We've already paid the cover the review / post phase mid-delivery. If you can divert that payment, only the second phase payment, towards the anime game. Once the anime game is completed, you and Marco can come back to the open world FPS game that I was working on alone. He said that I will still owe you the remaining 1 out of 3 payment that he will want me to divert, and the last payment. And moreover, the first payment, the first 540, it was already used. And the services for that were already provided as well. However, I saw this whole scheme to be not very fair to me because obviously 15k studs map in a whole month is like very unfair. It's like very unfair. I tried to negotiate with him that I will only work on the systems that I was paid for, but he did not agree. And then that's it. Then after that, as you can see, he said that he's gonna proceed with the dispute, and I'm done with the situation. I'm gonna proceed with the dispute and everything. And yeah, they won the dispute. However, yeah, they won the dispute. Obviously, they were gonna win it. because of bad protection. But yeah, this is basically it. Now the main thing is that how can I be expected to work when the deal is already cut midway? Phase 1 was 540, phase 2 was another 540, and phase 3 was never like done. These two were paid. The second phase was supposed to be towards the anime game. I wanted to argue on this. I wanted to argue over the 540 payment. That I said I never that we had a deal, okay? We had an NDA and everything, and that I signed on it, and the NDA never ever stated that the work would be refunded. The money would have to be refunded if the deal is terminated by one of like the owner, the project manager, aka Anton. It never stated that, and I signed the NDA. However, for the 250 extra, I was happy to refund this 250. I even stated it on call with Dustin that I will refund the 250 because it was paid extra. While as for the 450, we could go back to the FPS game of our original payment. But all my requests were refused and everything. So, yeah. In my opinion, in my POV, the client only wanted to take his money back and did not want to work with me further and just wanted to be over with. And that's why he came up with huge crazy demands by completing a 15k studs map in 1 month or completing 5 major systems of the game in 5 days, which these two are totally bizarre demands. I think it was 5 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, my bad, 4. This is totally bizarre if you ask me. So yeah, this is basically it. You have proof from both sides, and now you can decide if I was a scammer or if I was not a scammer. If I wasted their time while I had a clear deadline of Feb 8 and I could have finished it on Feb 9, and then I would have started working on the battle system on Feb 10th or 9th, because this was something that would have been done in 1 day. But also they stated that I was not in they stated that I was also ghosting him and that I was ghosting Anton. However, I was clearly in contact with him Feb 7, Feb 6, Feb 3, Feb January. I replied every time he messaged me and everything. Those are false allegations. Rest is up to you to decide. Thank you for your time.